superintendent implements that system. And down here, the budget, the school board approves and monitors the budget, and the superintendent implements and also monitors the budget. The method here is a vote by the school board, and over here, superintendent recommends. So that is the whole system of government, the way things are set up, just so that we can be really clear about where the responsibilities lie for the decisions that are made. Is that helpful? That was helpful to me in knowing where, if I were elected, my responsibilities would lie. I scanned in some postcards from my daughter. She would, wait at the mailbox for the postman to come and deliver her news about what class she was going to be in. She knew that that was important. And we all know that that's important for our teachers. Our teachers are the ones that make a difference with our students. So being that common knowledge with all our elementary school students who are just waiting to find out who their teacher is, there are also some research studies that prove the exact same thing. A study was done in Tennessee, and beginning in 3rd grade, the students were assigned to teachers that were not high-performing teachers for 3 years in a row in a study. And another group of students were assigned to high-performing teachers. So at the end, the result of this was that the students who had low-performing teachers for 3 years in a row scored at the 44th, average of 44th percentile. And the students with high-performing teachers scored an average at the 96th percentile. So you see a 52 percentile point difference in having a high-performing teacher as opposed to having a low-performing teacher. There are many studies like this that show the same thing. Teachers are the most important resource we have.
May I have your attention in the library? If you're parked outside the library,
there are some blue responders back
with a trailer towing
with
a trailer and a golf cart on the trailer, you're blocking somebody. We need you to move your vehicle before we have it towed. Thank you.
Okay. At the beginning, I started with the home, the school, and the community. How? What are the other factors? Another factor in student achievement are the PTAs and the PTOs. They can really enhance the education for our students. And so I'm glad that we have a PTO president here, and we're very involved in the PTO. And I wanted to point this out to you because PTA is also an option, and they have nationwide resources and all kinds of training for parents and teachers in how to work together. Also, if you have the PTA organization, you automatically have a 501(c) corporation, so that you don't have to worry about applying for that as a PTO. So in the information that I found, it's a nice thing to have a PTA, and it's something that I think that we should consider for our school system. Here's a resource for you, and that is the National PTA has publications that are free digital online resources for parents who want to get involved in their child's education. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is Tony Wagner's 7 survival skills. And I know we were working on the 7 C's. That was an initiative of Dr. Bearden, and the closing the global achievement gap. So this one is about critical thinking and problem solving. It is very important that our students learn critical thinking and problem solving. And I have some quotes from different companies And this one is important to me, not to go in with preconceived ideas, and to go in and look at all the information so that we know that we're not going to just find information to fit what our preconceived notion is about what we want to do. Collaboration across networks and leading by influence. We need to be able to communicate and collaborate. So as a board member, I need to be able to talk to all the other board members. Sometimes that doesn't always happen when we set ourselves up to only communicate with those people who agree with us. So if I am elected in November, I will talk to whoever is on the board and any parents that have any questions so that I could get information from them and share information so we can come to the best conclusions to make the best decisions for our students. Agility and adaptability. Things are constantly changing, and as you see, things are changing in our school district. And the ability to make those changes and learn from things that come along and make changes for the better is an important skill, and according to Dr. Tony Wagner, agility and adaptability. And that is really one of the 21st century learning skills, is we don't know what the jobs will be in the future, but we know that if we can learn and adapt, we will be able to help our students do the same. Another thing in Tony Wagner is initiative and entrepreneurship, coming up with creative solutions to tough challenges. And I think that's what's needed right now on the board. We need to have creative solutions. We don't need to separate into our various factions and camps and not work together. As a board member, I would be open to people coming up with ideas as to how we can meet our budget shortfall. Our kids need to be able to communicate effectively, both oral communication and in writing. And that's not tested on the standardized test right now. So that's something that we want to have in our students, but it's not addressed in terms of formalized testing, but it's something that's very important, with especially the oral communication. Another 21st century skill is accessing and analyzing information. So there's so much out there on the internet. There's so many things. I have all of these binders and folders of things that are related to the school board. We need to be able to sort through that information and make sense of it all. So being that we have the internet and access to all of this information, another skill that comes in is what is verifiable, what is not verifiable, what is primary source, what is not, and going back to the primary source information and being able to make sense of that. Another one of Dr. Tony Wagner's ideas is about curiosity and imagination. We don't want teachers who don't know what to do except for just go according to what's been prescribed. Those best teachers are the ones that make the learning come alive. They have creativity, they have imagination. And so supporting, number one, our teachers are our strength. So making sure that we have the best teachers who have these skills, and if they have these skills, the students will be able to learn these skills as well.